The number one problem with the financial advisor industry is this one thing. Learning about this problem will help you save years and years of time for your career. And this number one problem is training. Who you learn from will make a huge impact on the success of your career. Everything you do and use will be based off of the fundamentals that you learn from your training. Everything such as your sales cycles, sales funnel, even your basic values will be influenced by the training. There's a saying, you become the average of the people you hang around with. Thus, the mentor you learn from will be very, very important. This topic will be divided into two parts. Part one will be for the advisors who have 100% commission, and part two will be for the advisors who are in a more corporate salary-like structure. All right? Okay, let's start by asking two questions. Who is even in the market to hire in the first place, and why are they even hiring? Let's reverse engineer this whole process to find out the answer. Let's start out by identifying who would be the ideal candidate to learn from. The ideal candidate would be an advisor who has much experience, let's say 15 to 20 years plus experience, and are relatively successful, right? And if you are this supposed advisor, would you be in the market to hire new mentees or new financial advisors? And the answer is no. Why is this so? Let's say you hire a new financial advisor under you. How would you be compensated? The answer is usually all future commission this new advisor gets will be shared to you, right? Because you are the person who taught them in the first place. However, eventually you realize that after 3 to 5 years of teaching this mentee, they will become more and more self-sufficient and eventually become independent enough to operate by themselves. So the question becomes, what is stopping the mentee from leaving and starting their own practice? Nothing, right? So usually what happens is around 3 to 5 years, when the mentee feels like he has learned enough, he will usually leave the company to start his own practice, right? So if you were the experienced advisor and you just spent so many time and resources training this guy for him to just leave, then what would be the point? You might as well just spend all your time focusing on your own business instead of recruiting, right? Thus, the ideal candidate, which is the most experienced advisor, wouldn't be hiring in the first place, right? So the next question becomes, who is even hiring in the first place? And this is usually the advisors who are not experienced enough to operate by themselves. They are not generating enough income from their business, so they need to find new ways to generate income. And usually what happens is they will do so by recruiting new members to operate under them, right? Because their mentor before got income from them. And what they want to do is do the same thing, is they want to find new people under them and they will work with them, right? So they will hire new recruits and they will use their network and help them close cases. And they do have good intent and they want to teach these new advisors what they know. However, the problem is when this advisor was learning from the very experienced advisor, he only learned about 3 to 5 years of experience, right? And there's no way that you will learn everything that the previous advisor had within that short amount of time. So let's say you learn 60 to 70% of the experienced advisor's skills, right? So you take this knowledge and you share it with the new people under you. However, if the people under you only learns about 60 to 70% of what you know, the skills is greatly diminished, right? They only know about 36% to 49% of the very first guy, right? So this leads to a lot of unqualified advisors in our industry, because the truth is getting a license is relatively easy, and even if you have a license doesn't mean you are qualified enough to be in this industry. So since they simply don't know enough, this leads to very, very high turnover rate in our industry, as you can see, since these advisors don't have enough skills to service their clients. So their only possible way of making income is to refer new prospects to you to close the case or to recruit new people. So this will repeat down the line, making the industry very, very bad for the customers, since there are so many advisors that are unqualified in this industry. And why is this okay for the companies hiring all these people? Is because since they are 100% commission based, the company does not have a lot of risk because they don't need to pay salaries to these advisors. They can recruit 10 people, 20 people, 100 people it doesn't matter because they don't need to pay them a salary. Thus, their business model is to just recruit as many people as possible and see who sticks. And that is a huge problem. So if you're someone who has been recently approached by or are in the process of joining this industry, ask yourself these few questions and do your research. Who are these people looking to hire you? What are their motives? What is their business model? How are you compensated? And what is the compensation structure? And lastly, are the people qualified to teach you in the first place? The best way I find is to join an agency with a simplified compensation structure. This means you only split the commission with the agency and yourself. There is no people above you. You don't split with anyone else. It is very simple. And step 2 is for you to look for the most experienced advisors instead of the other ones looking for you. And what you want to do is do cases together with them. You want to split your commission with this advisor. Think of it as a tuition fee because A, you get to learn a lot from these people, and 2, they can help you close cases because earning some money is better than making no money. Right? So step 3 is to subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. I post videos every single week to help financial advisors grow and improve their business, which will lead to a better service for their clients as well. This will hopefully better our entire industry and solve this problem. Stay tuned to my next week's video where I'll talk about the part 2 of this topic for the more corporate salary-like structure of our industry. I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you in my future videos. See you!